Welcome back to Gamer Unite. I'm your host G.A.M.E.R here, and we're going to be talking about the sequel nobody expected because they just went ahead and skipped the number 2. That's right, Goat Simulator 3 is a thing and has officially released. This is the sequel to the 2014 smash hit Goat Simulator, and to put it into non-goat terms, this game is basically Grand Theft Auto without the inappropriateness and is in fact with goats. After all these years, did another game in the series end up being worth the wait? Let's talk about it and get started with the good. And seeming this game is about causing chaos and having fun, that's what I expected going into this. And well, I can confirm that is exactly what this game is. It's pretty much the exact same game from the first one in a new map and with new weapons and customizations. And that's a good and bad thing. The Goat Simulator formula is so good to begin with that they don't really have to change much to make it enjoyable. The game is definitely enjoyable, and it's definitely a visual improvement and can be a great return for the series for a lot of fans, considering they added co-op, which is definitely a big selling point in my opinion, and they just added some new gimmicks along the way. The controls feel just as good as the first one. And I honestly, I never found myself bored. I didn't. I never found myself bored. I only found myself wanting more. And something I particularly found awesome was the amount of video game references in the game. Whether that's the Skyrim opening in the back of the wagon, Doom 64 in the grandma's basement, or Dead Island 2 trailer reference that was in this game's trailer. The humor in this game is honestly some of the best in gaming, but that's kind of just how Goat Simulator has always been. But no, Goat Simulator, it's fun, it's really enjoyable, and I honestly had a great time with it. Just going around, causing chaos, hijacking vehicles, headbutting strangers, doing super high bounces, getting my glider out, going crazy. There's so much fun to be had. But there is also some things that I didn't exactly like, and so we're gonna go into mixed, which is things that not necessarily I didn't like, but I definitely question. And my biggest question mark with this game is I'm not exactly sure they needed to make this game. There's not much else you can really do with Goat Simulator, and to some people that's gonna be very apparent. While it is fun, it does feel like glorified DLC for the first game, and doesn't exactly offer the most amount of content to warrant a $30 price tag after all these years. The reason this isn't mixed, however, is the fact that if you decide to buy it, there is fun to have, especially if you have friends to play it with. I discovered the entire map within my first 2 hours of the game and unlocked so much in such little time. And while yes, they were fun, we're kind of just there and uneventful. Which leads me into the bad. I did go to a lot of different areas that just flat out seemed unfinished. Like, there was a volcano area that I went into, and there were just holes in the game that I could walk through and see underneath the map, and assets that haven't been loaded in. Like, just straight up unfinished pieces in the game that I could just, like, walk through. That's a big problem. Now granted, it's kind of in Goat Simulator, so in a way it kind of fits in, to be honest with you. But definitely should not be there and definitely needs to get fixed. But yeah, there's not really much else to talk about, so we're gonna go into the results. And honestly, this game is a lot of fun, and the new additions are just really great, especially when you pair up and play with friends. It can be a true blast. But apart from that, it doesn't justify itself in why they decided to make a sequel, and can be a little underwhelming to the fans of the first game and who wanted a lot more from this game a near 8 years later. Maybe when they polish the game up and when it comes to Game Pass down the line and they add more content and DLC, this game will become better than it currently is. But as of right now, it stands as an absolute blast from the past and can be great fun when played. My personal score will be 7 out of 10, my critical rating 75 out of 100, my tier grade B, and my overall score a 7 out of 10. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, definitely leave a like, leave a comment in the section down below provided, and please subscribe. I will be back tomorrow with a Plague Tale Requiem review. I'll see you guys then. G.A.M.E.R out. Peace.